tongue.
Wrong tongue body spray. Reach for it.
Available at all fine skincare superstores.
Hello and welcome to a weird Friday afternoon, at least out here in the Pacific area of California. I guess it's all Pacific area, unless you're on the very east side. A little fight in the house. Thanks for joining me, my brother. Yeah, we're in here, new time, just for this week. Tomorrow is Pauper Masters, and I got to get up early to compete in it, so I didn't want it to screw up the show. So instead of cancel, I figured I'd do this. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys the latest build of Blue Blitz, one of my favorite aggro lists. It is all blue, and it's all the time fun times. We got 17 islands, 4 Brainstorms, 4 Delvers, 3 Dispels, 2 Piracy Charms, 4 Preordains, 4 Vapor Snags, 3 Clout of the Dominus. Love this card. Just kind of makes you not have to use your counterspells defensively. You can keep things off the board and not have to try to protect your creature so much. Why are we protecting them? Because we've got the true evader in Infiltrator il-Kor, one of my favorite shadow cards ever. This thing comes out in like 2 turns, and it hits hard. We've got 3 Stormbound Geist main. I used to have Sky Theater Strix. I forget how you say it, if you remember what that card is. That used to be in here, but especially in the tournament practice rooms and stuff like that, get really tired of running into mono black control. So anyway, 4 counterspells, 4 snaps, and 4 elusive spellfist. You cast anything other than a creature and a land, and boom, this guy becomes unblockable. And with this, it's already a 2/4 and such, so it's pretty cool. Hexproof and elves can be an issue with these decks, so I got 2 Annuls, 1 or the 4th Dispel in the sideboard, all 4 Hydroblast, last Charm, 1 Echoing Truth for just those unforeseen circumstances, Aura Flux, another hexproof staple, I guess you could say, and monoblue anyway. 4 Fadeaways, a necessity against swarm decks. This deck, it goes in fast, but if they gain a lot of life and they start swarming, it gets out of control quick, so we've got to have access to all of these to believe it or not. And the last Stormbound Geist against mono black and such. So anyway, depression, says Frank and D. The Lex is competing tomorrow. Friday, what's going on? Yep, it's we caught our little messages. So we're not going to have our show tomorrow, so I figured I'd do one today. And we'll see how it goes. Right now, I got this set to 1 because I was testing a new idea out. So anyway, hopefully I'm surprising a few of you, or some of you that are expecting things, or, we're just it's just a little sooner than normal because during showtime tomorrow I'll be competing and hopefully winning. I don't know if I'll play this or something else, but we'll see. I still got to make some changes to the list. So we've got 3 creatures and a bounce spell. We'll keep this at 17 lands. This is a bit flooded for this list, but it's all right. We'll go with it. Nocturnal 32. All right. Randy's in the house. Thank you, my friend. So I'm going to lead off with Delver and hope it lives and flips and we see a Clout of the Dominus and all that stuff. So I took it upon myself to make the card Clout of Deluxeness, if I remember right, this silly thing I'm sitting inside of. And since it's a different time of day, I'm trying out a little different light scheme. So if I look a little different nationality, or I don't know how to say it, I've got some different lights in different areas, and the sun's in a different spot too, so that might be why I look a little bit different. Birthday party tonight. Catch you next week, says Played Magic. Oh, no problem, buddy. Alrighty, let's see if this flips. Show me, show me, show me. Dispel. Yes, we will put that there. Go like this, and drop this. Drop another Delver. And we're probably anticipating Stompy. I'm hoping for Stompy. If this is Elves, we might be in trouble. Elves often doesn't run Nettle Sentinels anymore, so but why I'm saying I hope it's Stompy is because it's usually followed up after a Sentinel with a Savage Swipe, and then we can respond with a Vapor Snag and really cost them some tempo. Hey-oh, back at you, Pauper Tim. Oh, Nocturnal 32, you got the notification. Yeah, that's why I start usually about 2 minutes early, plus I have enough ads. I know how Twitch works where it shows you commercials, and so I figure by the time it goes live, it's probably to the theme song, unless you're a super loyalist and you like to log in early or whatnot. So anyway, and I don't know if Shirazman is joining us. I gave him the message, but things happen. There's my prediction. We'll do this and really cost him some turns. Loses a life. Nothing fights. Loses 2 cards. Well, 1.5. Hits late there. Oh, that's true, huh? Wait, what time? No, because we did that show 6 p.m. and he was able to make it the last time. So he probably just forgot. It's no big deal. Here we go. It is Stompy, so we'll write that down. Yep. Here we go. If this flips, it's going to be pretty hard for our opponent to come back from. But it is Stompy after all. We'll say no. Boy, I think I've seen this much flooding in quite a while. He could be gardening. Yes, looking for the sausage trees. Well said, little fight. I'm just glad Nocturnal 32's in the house. Thank you, my friend. Oh, boy, that was a quick one. Alrighty, so we'll say W on that. Go to game 2 and expect quite a bit more of a fight. Probably going to see some scattershot archers and such. As he sees just an army of flyers. A lot of people think this, at first guess, is just Delver with, some Stormbound Geist main to combat like a lot of the mono black that you see. But as we shall see soon, it is not. So Stormbound Geist not that great here. But I do want to keep my creature count around 14 at least. Otherwise, you just turn into an all-spell deck. Dispel isn't that great against Stompy, but I do want to see it. So I kind of pre-boarded here. We've got 8 bounce spells. Clout might not be that necessary, but once we get a flyer on board, we're going to want to go for it. And Dispel can handle Vines of Vastwood, which is kind of their only response to a lot of our bounce. So I'm actually going to keep things here. You could argue bringing in a Piracy Charm. I wouldn't argue really against it. Or just depends. We're going to say submit here and go like this. Yeah. I was delving into this, pun intended, this new samurai series on Netflix. I won't recommend it. It's good, but it's not recommendable worthy. A little repetitive in some parts, but a lot of cool history and some of the art in it. It's really well done. So. Oh, the dreaded. I'm going to mulligan this. We've got 2 mid-game cards. If I hit a land, that's fine, but then I'm still 2 turns away from doing anything. And this is a fast deck, and all we've really got against him is Snap. And Brainstorm can be really depressing in this scenario, so we're going to mulligan this. I'll keep this, so we have an answer for that. We've got 2 bounce spells. I'll throw back the Dispel, because Vines is usually turn 4 or 5. Really wish we had a 1-drop in the Delver, but I'll see what I can do. Alrighty. Well, at this stage, too, we can always sit back and wait for a Rancor to hit that Vault Scourge, and then we can chip at it. Infiltrator il-Kor is probably my favorite blue creature. I know everybody say Mole Drifter. I just love how sneaky it is, and it adds up so much. I've messed around with, Unstable Mutation, and the Weird, the Is It Weird card. It's pretty cool. Well, if we're going to see it, we're going to see it here. Let's see if he's got the Vines. Cool. We bought ourselves a Rancor. Yep. But I really like this deck. I've played it to a couple wins in the Pauper Classic Tuesday events and such, so that's pretty cool. Just going to do this. We're going to suspend this. It'll come out in 2 turns. And unless they've got a Savage Swipe, we're feeling pretty good about stuff. Boop-a-doo. Yeah, when I had, if you could bring this card up, it might be hard to find a little fight as far as spelling it right. It's Sky Theater Strix, I think it's called. I used to play it instead of the, I think I played all 4 instead of 1 spell and then the 3 Geists. But not as many cantrips as I would like in a deck like this to kind of warrant that. So I went with a more robust, harder to remove stuff. Plus, there's just so much removal around these days. I would think that if we're going to lose today, it's going to be a lot of life gain that's going to do us in. So maybe it's Tricks. I know it's Theater. Yeah, the 5th one, Sky Theater Strix. That's the one. That's what I used to have in this for a bit. Alrighty. Well, this screams that he's got a Savage Swipe in his hand. Otherwise, I don't know why he would put that on there. So, that being said, I'm going to just let him have it. And we'll go like this. Because I can't really defend my guys net. What's cool about these guys and playing a set of counter magic in our shadow dudes that have suspend is that by the time they come in play, as will happen next turn, we'll have counterspell magic ready. In the form of Snap, we'll be able to respond to something, untap, and then counter whatever shenanigans come our way. But we are going to be taking 5 here, so that kind of sucks. Bam! Woo! Okay. Yeah, I had my alarm set. I took a very risky nap before the show. I was like, I don't know if I hope my alarm goes off. I barely slept. It was like 20 minutes. I get up so damn early anymore. It's kind of maddening. We haven't done really any damage. Alrighty. Here come our dudes. Infiltrators. Unite. Raw. Here we go. 2 turns in a row. This is when I wish blue had a fog. We'll say play it. I've got a new spoofy little fun ad called the Metagame Safe. It's pretty fun. Alright. We have this and this and this. Very curious. Well, first things first, we'll attack. Huzzah! Dreamer Stingo, rare afternoon stream for Pauperganda. What a treat. Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you're real loyalist or whatever you want to call it and follow us on Facebook and stuff, I kind of let everybody know, but I know there's so many platforms and stuff, things get lost. And I was a jackass and I thought just putting it on the notification thing was good enough, but then I forgot put it on the schedule up until just a few hours ago. So, well, we can block the Scourge, but I'd much rather have a bounce spell and a counterspell handy. I'm not quite sure. I really wish I had another Vapor Snag here. Let me open up my yard and give this a thought of what to do. I think I'm going to hold back here. Yeah, I'm going to hold back. That Vault Scourge gets bigger. He doesn't have any cards, though. I didn't realize he was Hellbent. So he's in top deck mode. I will cast a creature. Let me drop the spell for drop the fist. That sequencing of the Rancor onto the Quarian Ranger really threw me off, and I just assumed he was holding a Savage Swipe. But our bounce has done a good job so far. He's got a very good hand here, though. God, if I had one bounce spell, I could just kill some stuff. Be very good times. We'll block here and still take 6. Worse off, they get life out of the deal, so that kind of blows. But next turn, we'll have a combat trick and counterspell magic ready. I think I want to go that route as opposed to the Vault Scourge block. 1 life. It might mean the difference. It'd be funny if he wins with like 2 life and it's like, I should have killed it. But the decision tree goes backwards from there in reverse. With all kinds of fast forwarding and rewinding going on. So it's easy to say on a hunch, but there's a lot of decisions to be made in a vacuum when you go backwards like that. It's not like everything happens the same way, if you know what I mean. All right, let's get a bounce spell. Nope. Well, let us see. I don't want to do this main. This will be our defense dude. If we can survive next turn, we might get him. He is top decking. If I play this, he won't be able to attack with that. But I also won't be able to have any defense. I want to be able to snap, I don't know, probably not the Ranger. I think I want to block the Ranger, snap whatever, yeah, I think that's the line of plan. Line of plan? Just making stuff up here. If that's the case, though, I will be taking, what's that, 2, 4, 6? Yeah, we're really going to have to put on the gas here. What's up with all these 1/3s that only cost 2? Keep the chat rolling, guys. It's awfully lonely here and being on a Friday and such. And I don't know if you're all still there or I ran into technical issues or something. So, all right, here we go. Let's hope he just drops a land and we can do some tricks. Actually, it might be funner to bounce the Scourge. That's a line, isn't it? Let's see, if I do that, I could bounce the Scourge. That would be, that'd still be 2, 4, 5. If I make my decision now, I could stop and kill the Skargon Pit Sulk. The kitchen? Put on headphones? Oh, no problem, my friend. Yeah, let's try. I think I'm going to, I'm going to block the Ranger. That way I get a 2-for-1 with that. I'm going to snap the Scourge, so he has to spend life to do stuff. We've still got backup mana. We'll right-click on this and say, cool. And now our fist goes to 2-3. No, should be 2-4, shouldn't it? I thought that was a 1-3. Oh, it only gets... Oh, all right. Well, I swore that was a 1-1. Shows how much I've been playing this list, right? That kind of sucks. All right. Well, maybe he's got a spell here and can do something, but otherwise I'm going to be losing my dude. So we're going to take 5. We still have a Counterspell. It's kind of hoping I end a response in the middle there. I can't survive. We've got a... I don't think we can win here unless we get a boost spell. We've got a few things that can do it. Problem is, some of them are Piracy Charms, which give our things minus. So that would have lived. Ah, darn it. All right, well, looks like we're going to... he's got Rancor in hand and kill right there. So let's just hope that we get lucky. Maybe they chicken out. I don't know, but... Stumpy's a hard race. Yeah, but it kind of showcases we're up a game and looks like we're going to game 3, but it showcases how fast a blue deck can get that doesn't sit back and rely on being too defensive. Still not quite sure. I like Stormbound Geist. It's one of those cards when you're up against like Dimir or mono black control, you're like, thank God I put this in, you know, or even red decks, which is the majority, which is why it's in there. So problem is here, you know, that Nettle's going to untap even if the Rancor gets countered. And well, all I can hope is that he thinks I've got snap something rather, but he's going to know right when I cast it. So actually, to try to make that bluff work better, I probably should have just held the Geist. Yeah, we lose here. Well, I believe I could have blocked it a little differently, and then we would have been able to get in for that extra 1. Or would we have? You know what? That wasn't a punt. It's not like I can counterspell on my turn unless I counterspell my own thing. I guess I could have played the Geist and counterspelled it, and that would have triggered the Elusive Spellfist for that last bit of to make it unblockable. Because it's it is only unblockable when you've played a non-creature spell. So that was my error right there with the +1. I swore it was +1/1 because I was just playing a deck for the last like 3 days that does that, and so a little bit of a mental hangover there. Alrighty, let's see. Let me bring in another Piracy Charm because they do have River Boas, and so now we've got 3 charms, which kills, you know, all kinds of good stuff and things. So we don't really want to see these till a little bit later. Tempted to bring in the Echoing Truth, but I don't want to go lower than 14 creatures. That's kind of sacrilege there. So Gut Shot would be clutch here. I think I'd rather have Piracy Charm, really. Get that extra damage in. Such a flexible card. And of course, blue gets the best charm. Crazy. Yeah, I think Echoing Truth looks good too. Let's go. Good hands. All right, we got a good hand. We'll keep. He's probably, speaking of Gut Shot, they probably have it. But if this flips, it's a pretty quick roll. Probably put the Clout on that. Start smashing some stuff out and go from there. In this matchup, it might be a smarter move to play the Spellfist before the core, but I find it's kind of whoever goes first tends to win these as long as the hands are kind of even. Stompy's a very violent, aggressive, bursting out deck, so this one is too. Always torn between 17 and 18 lands in this, but with so many cantrips and such, I feel like it's the right way to roll. Come on, flip, baby. No. We will not flip. We will go like this. And let's go like this and suspend it. And we'll just chill out. Good news is right now I can't get Savage Swiped. We have to protect our creatures a lot more than they do as far as they have the numbers. We don't. We got a bit of quality on them though. Pretty hard to beat Stompy on the quality. I thought of playing even Snapback, which is, you can bring that up a little fight if you're not in the kitchen. I believe it's discard a blue card in your hand instead of paying its mana cost, and it's just another bounce spell. Bounce spell's crazy effective in this format. Hey, there he is. Rock on, my friend. Somebody's got a Vines of Vastwood, don't they? That's what that suggests anyway. No. Okay. Our Delver sure doesn't like us today. We'll do this. I'll save that for next turn. I'm going to play the... I'll play the il-Kor, suspend it. Go like this. Make sure we get to flip our Delver next turn. Cool, cool. except that I'm drawing. So I'll say top, top. All right, so top, top. We'll draw the Delver. We'll reveal the Dispel next turn, and then we'll have at least an answer for our Clout of Dominus, because he'll probably target us with the Vines. And we'll have a nice answer. You don't think that's that good of a card usually against a stompy deck, but in a deck that its only defense is really blocking and bouncing, Dispel's kind of key with combat tricks. My son Sapphire made a very cool card. We were playing Commander. He's got this new Commander deck. It is a thing of beauty. Okay. They get a little mana screwed, but pretty darn sure we have that. We have 2 creatures in Suspend. We're going to be coming over for 10 next turn. No. We have 3, 6, and then this will make it 7. And then we just have unsurmountable boards. So, yeah. Anyway, so I spent some of the week making a new little spoof card, or not even a card, a spoof ad called Metagame Safe. It's just a little silly, quirky thing. If you follow us on YouTube, you've already seen it probably. I've uploaded about 2 days ago, but we've got that coming up. But anyway, back to my son. He made a cool Commander list that's just, it's a thing of beauty. It uses that Prismatic Bridge, I think it's called, every mana, and then he's got just killer cards in it that just come out and just decimate. It's so burly. So anyway, I've been designing a few things for the days and weeks to come, and having some good times and getting my new camera to work. I noticed it looked a little fuzzy last week, so I tried to mess around with some of the God Tree. That's the one. Yeah. And then when it flips over, it becomes, the Prismatic Bridge. Yeah. So I think he's got Niv Mizzet, that is it dragon and just super lord that just shoots everything. And then he's got that big ape titan that swings. And then he's got the new planeswalker, who's that little satyr guy, the god of lies, and then he flips, and it's just the most dominant, ridiculous deck. I think it's a Commander deck, and he's got like 5 creatures, I think, but one of these weeks I'll have him on here to discuss with you guys and go over that, but I'll go over the deck list while we're waiting on these slowpokes in the room here. So yeah, we've got all kinds of goodies in this, but yeah, this card, man, comes out so hard and fast, and when you suspend for 2 turns and you're kind of counting on it as a blue lightning bolt every turn, and you throw this on there and it's just game over. I used to have an extra one of these in the sideboard, but I just felt like that was kind of incorrect. 3 feels really right, such so. And the artwork's very cool. Alrighty, let's minimize this. We've got 2 lands. We've got 3 creatures. Feeling pretty good. Let's see what we're up against here. We already took down a metagame regular. Keep on this. I wish we were going first. That would be nice. Ooh, we got some hatred coming our way. This is going to be a fast deck with burn, maybe? We'll see. We ain't going to wait around and see. Let's go. Dreamer Stingo. This seems like a deck where Unstable Mutation might be better than Clout. Yeah, I've tried it multiple times. If you go back in time and watch some older shows, really, I guess if you go up against like that last game, I would definitely think so. But there's so much removal in the format, and you get these investments out like Delver and even Spellfist. It's kind of counting on the rest of your hand. I've always been the fan of those cards you just set and forget. I like the clock decks, like the little bit of damage every turn, that sort of thing, and I really like Ill-Gotten Inheritance. One of these days I'm going to make a pretty mean deck with that, but this isn't feeling so good. We're up against, looks like burn. They've probably got a way around the Spellfist. But yeah, trying to think if Snapback. It's just you're 2 for 1 in yourself with that spell, but it does, mutagenic growth is what I would put in here over the Cloud if I was going to do anything. All right. Oh, he isn't playing just burn. What is this? Oh, Rakdos. This doesn't bode well for a deck with 14 creatures, but that's why we're playing Stormbound Geist. So hopefully we can shake some things up here a bit. I would say, honestly, the thing this deck fears probably the most is a big old nasty, what's the card? Weather the Storm. That's super good at doing about 20 to 25 damage fast, but you get out of range really fast, it can get pretty pretty ridiculous. All right, well, we've only got one shot here. We're probably going to walk right into an Edict, or he's got another Bolt. But given that he's already played 2 and there's only 4 cards in his hand left, I'm willing to chance it. We'll play this dude out. Yeah, I don't think I've ever put Clout on the other wall, but it's an option. That's for sure. I'll tell you, I was pretty intrigued that Boley won the challenge this last Sunday, and very interesting design. I was pretty impressed by it, especially the sideboard, because they completely skewed Relic against Tron and Fairy Macabre, and they just went with the oh, what's that red land destruction spell that is a cantrip and it lets them go get a basic. And if you think about it, Tron doesn't have any basics, and so it kind of accelerates your turn and stultifies them, and I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, okay, this is that big kaboom ramp deck just with extra colors. I just call all of these like Dino Ramp or whatever you want to call it. Surprisingly effective. I mean, it's pretty hard to stop 2 spells a turn sort of thing. It happens quite often, but they do need time for it. So I'm going to snap this. I could wait for the big old Dino, but I want to just get in there now. Keep them off ramp for as long as I can. Casting this very closely and slowly as we untap 2 lands. And we will attack here. I think I'm just going to play the Geist and then go. We'll play the Clout on the Geist, which is going to feel a little clunky. Cleansing Wildfire, that's the one. Probably my favorite from this series, the Clout or the Auras. It's when I play my Azorius list, because that makes a creature unblockable. And, gosh, what is it? Indestructible? Steel of the Godhead. I can't quite remember what it says, what it does, but pretty cool. He's run it in the past at Dreamer's Tingle. The Shroud half is all I'm after. Now, you could go Nurok Stealth Suit. That's a whole turn slower, but it does stay out. But just about everybody out there has artifact removal. And we could probably protect it, but I'd want to be pointing our spells at other things. If they're bringing in enchantment removal against this, we probably already won. But yeah, this deck, like I said, I've had some pretty roaring successes with it. You get kind of, if you want to try out blue, but you like just a little bit of control, but you really like to smash face, this is kind of it's like blue aggro. I mean, I call it blue blitz. I know I've got a fetish for things that start with B and B. I've noticed there's Brute Squad, Boros Bully, Black Boat, and Blue Blitz. I'm all about the bees. We've got quite a bit of a little fight in the house today. A Multani spaghetti sauce commercial. We've got the original Gin and Tonic, which is voiced by Little Fight's beautiful wife, Angel. And yeah, well, Carl Weathers at one of our break too, which we'll be rolling to. It's one of our old school Tim ads too. Kombucha. This is Nocturnal 32. It's funny, that new drink, kombucha. Like, hey, wait a minute. Cool. Our dude gets even bigger. Woo! Now he's going to be a 4/4. There's a little fight. You handsome devil. Alrighty. We've got some goods here. Well, let's make this thing even bigger. Or should we? This isn't going to do too much good against us. I mean, against them. But if I do it now, it tips this to 3, and then I could put it on that. But then we don't have Counterspell. 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's going to have his big kaboom spell, for want of a better word. So yeah, seeing that he's playing Cast Out, I'm just going to do this. And I'm fine living with a dead card. We've got Counterspell here, and this guy's unblockable. So we're going to come in for 7, it looks like. We can always make him discard. The Elusive Spellfist. Booyah. Yeah, I guess just go up to YouTube if you're curious and seeing the other builds. I think we've streamed this in the, gosh, what has it been? Almost 5 years we've been doing this show. I think we've streamed it like 3 times. So counter this. that dude up. We can always just discard the Piracy Charm there. Cascade. Pull some Marasa. We don't want life gain. Come on. Dang it. Just reset. That was a very nice turn for our opponent. We counter the key spell. Think we've got victory in the bag. The Marasa just get it right on back. Cascade is a mean mistress. That is for sure. Well, all right. I'm just going to say discard a card. We'll hit harder. Completely naked here, but whatever. Maybe they've got all good stuff. Come on, anything but a land. Go to the yard. All right. That pretty much is a Marasa -1. They'd be at 2 life here. We've got kind of an unblockable as long as we cast a spell. We don't really care about bogs. It's a nice thing about this deck. Note to self. Friday afternoon shows are not the hot spot. I think everybody's coming home from work here. We don't have many viewers today. God, Pulse Marasa. So I told you guys life gain was kind of the bane of this deck. Ugh. Just resetting the turns over and over again. See, when I play Pulse Marasa, I run up against decks that don't care about life. I got to be careful. That Stormbound Geist can be stopped. Man, see? This isn't feeling that good because of all of these tricks, but I'm still going to do it. I need to get in when I can. He's going to get 2 spells out of it. Hopefully it's just something silly. Keep using up his turns and nipping at his life total. The problem is our opponent has gained 12 life in the last 2 turns. Hey, good night. What are you up to? How's things going? Teokieri, good to see you, my friend. They took you to Marasa's market, says Pupperton. Very nice. Yeah, I think we've done like 31 damage or something. This is craziness. Come on. Let's have that dino turn into nothing, and then maybe we could draw like another snap or something. At least Vapor Snag does 1 damage. Out comes the big man. Boom. I think if I was a dinosaur, I'd probably be the annoyed Altasaur. Okay, much better flip. They're not gaining 6 life. Whew. This is not a deck I was thinking of when I made my sideboard for this, so if this proves to be a problem, I might have to come up with some technology. Very curious. Okay, we're still at 20. That's the good news. Ooh, that's good news. I think that does it, right? Let's snap here. Doink. I'll write that down. Hindering touch. Bring up hindering touch in chat. I don't have that one memorized. Not sure what it does. Ooh. Let's go. Untap, please. Or did they quit? Okay. So we take game 1. That was a lot closer. Damn, Marasa got in the way. My goodness. Alrighty. Piracy Charm's not that good here. Dispel feels pretty good. Fade Away is kind of silly because they're going to have tons of mana. So we saw a well-timed snap, even though we are letting them get back their Cascade. They have to use their whole turn, and that's just kind of a roll of the dice. We've already got the spells for Pulse Marasas. We've seen removal, so I'm going to keep the Clouts in. They've got reach protection. Again, I'll lose 1 Geist and a Charm. I think I'll bring in 2 Blasts because they're running the red Pirates. I already saw Terminate, so that might be good too. Echoing Truth feels good here. I'll lose another Geist. I know I said I don't like to go below 14th, but we're on the draw here. You know what? I'm going to go with 3 Hydroblast, 2 Dispel. Let me go with another Dispel over the Brainstorm. There we go. All right, let's see how we do here. They've got that 6/3 Hasted Pirate. We saw Terminate and Lightning Bolt. So, Lightning Colt, as Shirazamon likes to say. Hindering Touch. Oh, the Storm one, yeah. I don't know, 4 mana. That's the one. That's what I thought that one was. I mean, I know it feels like we've been at 4 mana all the time, but we are a 17 land deck. That goes fast, and so... But thank you. It's often an overlooked card. You're very right about that. Hindering Touch is a nice answer. I remember back in Grape Shot and Empty the Warrens days, people were always trying to shove that in, and just doesn't seem to get there. Yeah, that's true, Jeremy Stingo. You know, I'll give it a look-see. I think the purist in me is going to be staring at it when Weather the Storm happens, and then I'm going to be holding it, but we'll see. Cascade's mean, boy. It's like counter the first spell. Here comes the second. All right, we got Bounce, and we don't have any creatures, and we probably would, but we would honestly, we'd only have the Geist. And we're on Brainstorm, and we're on the draw. What do you guys think here? I say we send this back. We're going to mulligan. We're the aggro here, at least early, so I'm going to mulligan this. All right, we've got our boy. We've got quite a few ways to find stuff, and we've got a defensive card here in Snap. So we'll keep this, get rid of a Storm, say a go, and hope our opponent draws like molasses. That's the spirit. All right, our viewer counts up a little bit. Maybe people are catching on to the show. After this, I'm going to get some more... I better be careful with my caffeine intake. Sometimes, if I have it after 4 p.m., I sleep like garbage, and I always tend to forget that. All right, here we go. I think I'm going to wait on that Brainstorm to just be fuel for the Spellfist and such. So, who am I kidding? Maybe I should wait for... I don't know. We'll see. Chomping at the bit here. As we're playing Blue Blitz, one of my other favorite handmade decks. Aren't all decks handmade or click-made? Clicking by hand with a mouse digitally. Opponent's mana is very stultified at the moment. Not too worried. I want to get some stuff online. If this had one more sort of Delver creature in it, it would be pretty vicious. I've made versions with that 1/2 can't be blocked snake creature, the Naga something or other. Now, if you're going with the Unstable Mutation plan, that's a pretty strong card. But Devon, I love Blue Blitz. Yep, well, this is the latest incarnation of it. We beat Stompy, and we're up a game against Ramp. And I'm not sold on this list as the end all be all. I just think for this day today, I think this is the right way to build it right now. So, all right, I really want to find land and a Dispel. Green, black, black, green. There's no red, but they could have Cast Down. Let me brainstorm here. I tend to build decks that like to do their spells before the attack phase. Find some answers and such. Right now is when we're actually hoping for Dispel and not Hydroblast because of all our switcheroony. Alright. What do we got here? What are we going to draw? Show us the draw, damn it. You got Force of Will or not? Okay. Well, we want to put these two... Actually, I'll put these two on top. We'll play this. We'll take a chance and play that. We want to do that to the Delver. Delver I'm not giving too much credit for because of that Altasaur, but they have such a ground crew. It's a bit... this could mean... I'll put it here. Let's go like this. Play the Delver. We'll attack for 4. Can't be blocked. It's such a relaxing feeling. Turning things sideways, knowing it's protected, and nothing they can do. I've never tried not having caffeine. Yeah, it's funny. Blue Blitz, when I think it was like 3 years ago or something when I first made it and got, I think I won the PCT with it. Oh, we won that one. It puts on enough pressure that decks that don't hit their land right, it kind of comes across like Stompy, as you've noticed the last 2 games, where it's just like, here comes the pressure. They're starting to take 4 or 5 a turn. Next turn's going to be like 7 or 8. They've got 2 turns to hit ramp. It can get pretty intimidating. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, Blue Blitz, quite the fan favorite. I got a lot of love for this after I posted the very first time, and I think this might be the third time I've been showing it. But that being said, don't go anywhere. We got plenty more stuff to do, but I've got to use the restroom and the facilities as we go and visit with Uncle Tim and his advice in this scenario here. Be back in just a bit.
Experiment 1. To demonstrate the effects of boiling water upon proteins. A quantity of water is heated over a Bunsen until it reaches its boiling point of 1000 degrees. Now we take our sample of protein. For the purposes of this experiment, we're using an egg. Next, the egg is placed carefully into the beaker. Let's see what happens to the egg after it's been in the boiling water for 1 minute. The scientist removes the egg and examines its interior consistency. From the state of the albumin, we can see that the protein has hardly reacted to the intense heat of the water. Let's try another egg, this time for 2 minutes. Make sure you look out for the release of the new albumin. It's out now.
And we're back. As you saw, the Pauper Masters qualifier tomorrow morning at my time. That's why I'm doing the show this afternoon. And we are playing Blue Blitz. I'll go over the deck list while we wait for... Oh, never mind. Here's Terso, a very regular opponent. Especially on Tuesdays. Here we go. Into the snow. Covered lands, that is. 1222. Love doing that VO. I'm thinking we're going to keep. Let's dig for like a creature maybe, and then lean on the fist. We'll keep. We've got bounce and answers, but it's kind of an underwhelming hand compared to what we run up to that. So, how'd you guys like the mulligan or metagame safe? Mulligan safe. Who wants to open that? Metagame safe. What's the combination to the Ooh, burn. All right, don't have to tell you guys, it's going to be quite the race. Here we are. Probably lose game 1, and we'll win game 2, and we'll go from there. And Preordain. Make sure we're hitting our lands. Ooh, this is kind of gross. I'm going to say bottom. I've already got a Clout, already got that creature. I need better creatures, and I need land. All right. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose this first game. Blue Blitz is getting overconfident. Somebody's got to set it in its place, right? It's kitschy, but new albumin is good every time, says Streamer Stingo. We have so many commercials now. I've got these folders in each one of my subfolders. Like I've got one that's like, you know, bathroom breaks, and then I've got miscellaneous, and then I've got mana beauty and all these other little things. And in each one of those, I have a folder that says recently used, so I can keep straight what I don't want to accidentally, you know, make you guys watch the same spoof commercials 2 weeks in a row or something. And so I think I can go like 5 months now before I have a repeat. It's crazy. And the more I make, the longer the list goes. Woo! All right, we're going to snap. We're going to buy a lot of time here. So we untap here. We get a 2-for-1. I don't think the first iteration of this list did have a 5-0 or 2 because I had access to Gush, and you could see this list with Gush, and it had a Spell Theater Strix in it and such. But so now we've got Vapor Snag. If we get another land, that might be the way to roll. Sit back on a Counterspell. We'll see. Change of plans. We won't see. We'll go like this. Turn this on. Make them keep wasting their turns. I'm going to go look for a land. Let's hit a land. Come on. Give me a land. Oh, come on, deck. What are you doing to me? All right. I'll go this and this. And we'll attack. There's our blue lightning bolt. Snap, pow, enter the Spellfist. Nice one, Pauper Tim. Your spell is red. Wow, please, do it again. So I'm serious. I think that the Pauper Masters qualifier is in about 15 hours for me. And I don't know what I'm going to play. I'll probably have a few gin and tonics and discuss it with my aggro side of my personality and just play what I want to. That's the spirit. Alrighty. Well, we know what we're drawing, and it's a lot of no good. Let's, I'm just going to invest here. Come over for 1. Hopefully they're mana screwed and they have to just drop the dude, and then we can bounce it. Have counter up, maybe play a Clout, try to go crazy. Might be able to hit it for as much as 8 if things go our way, but depends what that Preordain that we're about to draw is going to do. Play all rare cards, says Nocturnal 32. Nocturnal 32, my old buddy Randy, he's got some of the most irritating decks on the planet. And by some, I mean closet full, ready to go with sideboards. The man has a collection that most comic book stores would be jealous of. But he has this deck that my son and I fondly remember called No Attacky. And it's a whole lot of fogs. What else does that thing have in it, Nocturnal? Double Rift Bolt. You trying to race us? I'll show you what for. All right. I'll sit back here. We have to hit a land. Come on. I know we're only running 17, but this is getting a little ridiculous. Let's go. All right. We'll say... Yeah, I've already got a Vapor Snag and a Snap. I'm going to say on the bottom of here, and then we'll say top here. So our next card is a True Mystery. I'm going to do this just for the spell and the insurance. Counterspell would be really nice, but this gets a double boost. And we do have Vapor Snag. And we've got Dispel action, so I just got 2 Cruel Tutors in the mail. Ooh, what's the Cruel Tutor? You're talking to a guy that doesn't understand things that aren't these little black symbols here. Or if they've been downshifted. Actually, Spell Slam sent me a very cool list. I almost played it today, but like most lists that I'm really into, I play the hell out of it the first day or two, and then by the 3rd day, I'm just start seeing flaws in it, and then it's almost like the deck knows that I feel that way, and it starts letting me down. I don't know what that is, but it's real. Cruel Tutor. 2 and a black. Search your library for a card, then shuffle your library and put the card on top of it. You lose 2 life. Ah. Yeah, my boy, two of the first 2 cards he ever bought were Demonic Tutors. I don't know why I got 2, but I'm glad he did, because we have 2 commander decks. We play against each other, and we both use black, so that's pretty sweet. Alrighty, we're waiting on that Dispel. Maybe an EOT Vapor Snag. Problem with this deck is you kind of want to do stuff on your turn, so it trips the Spellfist when they're out. I'm going to counter that. I don't want him to drop. Hope they only have 4 blasts on the board. Yeah, I might really regret this, as he might have one, but he wants to go all in on that. We've got him dead next turn if we draw, right? Uh-oh. Maybe he's going to draw right. He's probably got the blast. Oh! Say no on that. Now we've got to do it. Now we've got all reactionary cards and 2 cards that don't want that. So we're going to have to counter just about everything that happens now. Don't want to see you, Infiltrator. This is very frustrating. If I kept the Dispel, I could snap my own dude and counter it. And then we could almost win there, but... Oh boy. Usually when I readjust myself in the seat, I'm in top deck mode, which is true right now. As we all collectively nail bite and go. I do feel like this might need one more land. I always teeter. Second I put in that 18th, it's just flood, 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 flood. We've got so much fixing. Pauperganda, you think they'll do another 3 expansion arch with Phyrexia like they did in the War of Spark? I do. Vladomis, thank you for chiming in, and nice to see a new face or a digital worded face. I always love when people make themselves known. All right, we got to use our counterspell on this. It was a bit of a preemptive, too soon play the last turn when I did that. Who knows? You know, maybe the dispelling the needle drop stopped him from drawing the card that he needed to kill me. But maybe he's got a needle drop right now. Oh, come on, deck. Anything we can do here, and we kind of win. Hold on. That can hit for 4, but that would hit me for 1 if I did that. I was thinking of snapping and then trying to Vapor Snag in response, but yeah, looks like they got us here. We can get him to 3. If I do any spell, it doesn't quite work, but yeah, we can't win here. I'll just do it and see what he does. Who knows? Maybe red has some card I'm not aware of that sacrifices a red enchantment to make a creature so that I can bounce it and then we can still win. I think Karn will attempt to use Silax and will backfire and empower the Elish Norn and lead to another huge storyline. Ooh, Little Fight's got you back on that one. That is a very chancy play. He's got us here. We're dead to rights, but look, we're playing against Burn. We had some issues. We didn't have the best hand, and we got him to 2, so that felt pretty good. It's about time we lose game 1. All right, let's win them all from here. Piracy Charm not that good against this. Obviously, we're going to bring in all of our Hydroblasts. Going to get rid of our Piracy Charm. We've already brought in. So we've got a full set of Dispels, which sometimes it's, believe me, it's great against them, but it can be a little underwhelming, which is probably why I'm just going to go to 3. There's a lot of sorceries in Burn, and we've got 4 Hydroblasts. I think I'm going to lose a Brainstorm. Yeah, so Null and things like that aren't needed against curses because in a pinch we can just throw this at their face. So this is probably one of the few matchups I might want the 4th Clout, forcing them to, you know, use their Hydroblast on our thing and then have another card so they're down 2 cards to deal with one of ours. So we'll see. I don't want to. I'd rather them be investing their cards thinking it's going to work, Dreamer Stingo, and then that same 1 mana being used for Dispel or Hydro or something to really exhaust them. The other way is a little too forward for me, going out of my way to make them discard, so it's a 1-for-1, but I use mana to do it. With the Hydroblast scenario, they're using a mountain and then a spell, and I use 1-for-1, so it's just a tiny bit percentage better. Yeah, I want to play first. I like this, but I don't like pretty much anything else. I'm going to mulligan this. Okay, this, ugh. God. I'll throw this back, and then I'll preordain, and I think we're going to roll over to Burn here. This isn't feeling good. I'm not quite sure if I made myself clear on that, though. If you Piracy Charm somebody, yeah, they have to discard a card of their choice, which is going to benefit them a couple of ways. You've used your resource in 2 things for their just decision. Whereas if they use a spell on you, they're using mana for it and the spell, and it's a spell they want to have happen, and you dispel it. It's it's like a 0.5 card advantage, in my opinion. I don't know, guys. We're gonna throw one of these back. We have protection, but we got to draw a lot. I'm gonna mulligan. I think that's a losing hand. We can win with this one. We'll keep this. Get rid of a Vapor Snag and a Counterspell, really? I think we have to. God, done. Ay. All right. Well, double mulligan, that's not going to help. Opponent kept all 7. All right. Can we just try to stay ahead of this now? I think we'll use that for our permanent, the way our hand is now. We'll take 3 and just hope for the best. The best would be... That's pretty good. I really want to hit that 3rd land drop so I can at least protect that a little bit. I'm going to say bottom on that, top on this. So I'll use that Hydroblast on a permanent. And one of their amplifiers. Not the deck you want to be down 2 cards against, but... Oh, the Asian Shade avatar. I haven't seen that in years. Hey! Shirazaman made it! What's up? I'm going to do it now. I lied. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, no show Saturday, but that's why we're doing one tonight. So I'm going to be doing the Pauper Masters. Because maybe Shiraz or Little Fight can throw the YouTube link up to that one. I'd appreciate it. Anybody, you still got time to join. It's only like 2 or 3 tickets, I think. Just got to go to the site, register. The whole process maybe takes 10 minutes. And quite a big prize purse. And it qualifies you for Pauper Masters, which is usually only a Brazilian event. So it's pretty cool. You know what? I believe, because I'm gonna drop the Geist here, because if he kills it, fine. We've got a 3/3 flyer. In the meantime, next turn, if we drop a land, we're gonna have Spellfist with Counterspell backup. And it's always best to kind of exhaust your mana if you have a decision to make. That's usually the better one. I fell asleep in my chair, says Shiraz. Very nice. Shiraz, I was looking over the emotes, and I believe you're one of the unlock emotes. For so many bits or whatever. I think hopefully you can see it on your end. We got these new cool little messages and such. See, I would click on it, but then it jumps to that mode and magic doesn't stay in the foreground, and so it looks kind of goofy. All right. Good news. They're mana screwed. The bad news, that usually means they usually got all good stuff. There's a reason you want to keep those hands, right? We're almost in the single digits already. We haven't done any damage. We've beaten Stompy and Ramp, and it looks like we are going to crumble hard to burn, which normally isn't the case. We've got a lot of hate against him, but we did double mulligan. See Shirazi show up, and we start losing. Come on. Go back to sleep. No, I'm just kidding. And I believe, I'm a little behind the curve on this. I believe my wife, of all people, was like, did you hear about the new Harry Potter theme set? And I'm like, what? I guess there's one coming out. Do I leave this? I'm going to leave it. We'll see. No. I sense a mountain with a, you-know-what behind it, a Searing Blaze. Does anybody know about that? I know the new time-shifted expansion's coming out, which is quite a bit of reprints. And they took the little clock symbol or hourglass symbol and tilted it. For all you Harry Potter fans, I think it's a thing. I probably shouldn't be saying that without looking into it and researching it. It's kind of a... All right, I'm getting in a scared mode here. I'm going to counter this. Boop, get out of here. I like to stay in double life total here. Come on. Give me some goods. Give me some goods. See you. I don't know about this. 3 turn. Let's get aggro. Wizarding School with 5 classes. It's Nocturnal 32. Oh, of course, Randy would know. Nocturnal, what's the deal? Do you know the name of it? Is it real? I guess we should start there before I start getting everybody's excitement up. I sure didn't like that Walking Dead promo think cards that they did. That was, it just felt off-brand and almost tacky. All right, we're down to Spellfist and we're at 7 life. Opponent's got 3 cards. Doing Warhammer 40k. Uh-oh, does he got it? Does he got it? Did we waste our blasts? Of course, we'd be at 1 life if we didn't. He's got us. Dead with Counterspell in hand. Splat. All right, we lose our first game of the day. But it's to a very respectable burn list. It's awfully fast. A little bit too fast for us right now. Strixhaven. Ooh, maybe I should have played Sky Theater Strix. Comes out at the end of April. Boy, that's pretty soon. We'll be seeing cards for that pretty soon. Maybe they got something for Blue Blitz, especially with the Strix in there. All right, it's technically 2-1. Drew poorly and lost to Burn there, so I'll just jump on in here. Go for game 3 or 4. Already game 4. Woo! Fast deck. Things are moving. Moving and grooving. Oh yeah, I got another soda. Sorry for the audio there. I'll try to tip my glass so it doesn't make a bunch of strangeness. Nocturnal, you got to get online, man. I know you're online now, but I mean Magic Online. I miss seeing you there. I got plenty of cards if you need some. Play some Pauper lists. Let me know what you like, and I'll send it on your way. Looks like each class has a 2-color scheme. Very nice. I wonder if, obviously, the obvious go-to is to make, what, Harry Potter like a Planeswalker and Voldemort and all those people. Oops, I said his name. Okay, back to... Okay, Handville. They can deal with the Delver, we're in deep shit. But I'm going to gamble. I like these kind of hands. Especially if you can back them up with Clout and just bam, bam, bam. Keep going. We'll keep... I have the same problem with my unmentionables, says Dreamer Stingo. Too expensive to play both Pauper and online. That's what you got me for. I'll kick you down some cards, or at least a deck for a week or two if you want to try something out. I have so many cards I'm not using. Sometimes I'll run into new players and I'll just, they'll be a kid or something. They don't have much in the bank account or whatnot, and I'm sitting here looking at like 12 Delvers and maybe like 15 Counterspells and all that. And I'm just like, here's some cards. Try to be a little bit of an ambassador. Is this another ramp deck? Nope. It's an island. Well, it could still be ramp. These come in all color varieties, always leaning on green for the obvious reasons. Ooh, cool! Something new. Simic Infect. Always awesome. As we will Piracy Charm it to death. Delver of Secrets. We'll say no on that. Okay. First things first, we're going to try to stay alive, because we could die really quickly to this kind of a deck. We'll do this, and then we'll just play our Delver, and I'll Brainstorm at the beginning of the turn, and hopefully we're swinging for 6, maybe 7 if we get a Clout. Sorry, I got a new soda. It's got all this carbonation, and it's making all these the hissies, so I'll try to keep the mug away from the mic. Actually, we could probably come up with a pretty good system there, Nocturnal. Aaron's into the paper magic more than digital, and so he's got to get organized. That kid's room is just a typhoon of errors here. This is going to affect my decision, what I can do here. So I'm going to bounce first, and I'm going to Brainstorm, making sure that I can throw both of these back. I'll say okay, yep, okay, yep. And then draw into our Counterspell. Play this and attack. We'll have a Spellfist for blocking. I can take a couple weather damage. A little Counterspell for any trick that follows after that, because we got our opponent on a 2-turn clock, unless they've got some nasty trick. Looks like they're holding Vines of Vastwood. That would be my guess. That be true. Oh, we could just sit back and attack. We've got double Counterspells here. You'd have to have a hell of a hand to beat this. What do you guys say? Creature or sit back? I'm just going to sit back. Oh no, it's 4:04 and I had a sip of coffee. I mean caffeine. Coke Zero technically, but respect infect. You could argue it's kind of either way you respect it, right? All right. I ain't going to counter that. That's fine. I think that's not a worthy enough card in a infect deck. But that one will counter. That's a recurring problem. Probably the main reason you want to play Simic Infect. All right. Let me pull that one off. It's going to be a very fast show tonight. Probably good. I got to prep for the thing. If we win super fast, maybe I'll play a 6th game. But let's see. I'm telling you, this thing's pretty darn fast. Piracy Charm, MVP here. You know, Annul's going to be pretty good here too. Echoing Truth I definitely want. Fade away not so much. I'll get rid of 2 Geists. Brainstorm. Probably get rid of a Clout. You know what? I think we get rid of almost all the Clouts. He might have some fight mechanic, but I don't think it's worth it for the one. This is one of the rare matchups. We'll probably get rid of all of those. Let me bring in some more air power. Just the one. Dispel's always good. Annul's good. I'll bring back in the Brainstorm. Let's see. Artifact or enchantment. I'll bring in one of these. Maybe 2. Could argue this, but other than Rancor, this is mostly for the obvious Aura decks and such. My opponents always outplay me when I cast Fade Away. Yeah, you got to time it right. You got to be very patient with Fade Away and almost not play it. Like, you only bring it in against like elves and incredible go wide decks. There's all these. You always are like, I'll show them. I'll play it, and it's like, ugh, just gets you every time. But as you can see, even with all this, like, go get it, I've got 4. So yeah, elves is not a good matchup. Although I could probably outrace it in a lot of matchups. But, well, we've got all kinds of hate. I'm going to keep this because we've got a snag, 2 charms, and we can dig. And we're on the draw. So I'll keep this. Got to talk about weather in the storm. We've got to do that against infect lists. So, yeah. Waiting for milk. Milk. I don't know how I would say his username there. I always feel bad beating infect because that's one of my very favorite archetypes. That's right, Dreamer Stango. Anybody close to our burn the card count? Duh. We've got white bordered cards to burn. If you look at our what are those things called again? I got to write that down. The bits, the pauper points. If you get up to 10,000 pauper points, which are free in the little chat here on Twitch, you earn them by watching and such. If you get to 10,000, our grand prize is I will burn a white bordered card on the stream. It'll probably set off the fire alarm, but it'll be good TV. I'm going to brainstorm instead. That way we've got some options in Piracy Charm. Yeah, we've got a looks like a lot of these are, I believe, 5th edition. We've got a Dark Ritual, Sandstorm. Anything white borders, gotta go, folks. We've got this one. We've got a Gravedigger. Atrocious art. This is even worse. A Counterspell and a COP Black are our first batch of victims, I will call them. Yeah. I'm going to kill this now. Zapatolio. Oftentimes, infect decks only have about 2 opening critters in hand, so if we can deal with them, we're on easy street. So the theory goes. I'm going to brainstorm here. We'll put back Dispel, and I'll cast Delver for a little bit of offense here. I'll just send Sapphire more, says Nocturnal 32. And I'll burn them all. I'll up it to 10 a day just because. It's funny, too. Most of the worst art is with white bordered stuff. I don't know. It's like a double curse. I don't know why. My wife even got on me about that. She goes, why does that bug you so much? And it's like, why doesn't it bug you? I learned it from you. What was that 80s ad? Anti-drug. That's like 10 cents. Yeah. 10,000 pauper points gets you 10 cents of arsony. Yeah, baby. How badly do I want this to flip? I know it. Oh, I already know what it is. It's a Dispel. That's right. That's good times. I was sitting there thinking I should probably do it. I'm like, remember what you did, you fool. Okay. We've got a Vapor Snag and we've got the Dispel behind it. Feeling pretty good. We'll attack. When you put it that way, you can afford not to burn them. That's right. Even when I was like a broke kid in college, there was a tournament on the weekend and my sideboard needed a card and I only had a white bordered one. I would go spend the money to get the black border and gladly trade with a friend that was willing to do the other. I really want to snap here, but I'm going to stay back. Hopefully this snag or charm goes through. We've got the Dispel backup. We know we're drawing another Dispel. Might be a bit of overkill, but in this stage, I really like having it at my disposal. Pretty good list. I think this is about 3 cards off from being like just really, really, really strong. I'm going to let me go like I think we snag this and then it makes them use up more turns the next turn. They definitely have the vines. We will see. Do I counter that or do I vines it? I'm just going to dispel this. I've got another Dispel coming. Well, we'll be taking a bit here. Time to dig for a snap. Big time. Maybe I should have Piracy Charmed, thinking that if I do lose the counter battle, which I ended up doing, that scenario is now a real possibility. We have another vape. We have 3 more snags in our yard. We know we're going to draw a Dispel. We can always block. No, we can't. That's the whole point of this thing. It can't be blocked. Oh, let's dig. Cool. We'll put, what shall we put on the bottom? I like all this stuff. I'll put this on the bottom. And already got 1, 2. I'm not going to be playing that, so I'll put this here. Go like this. We will snag now. Boing! Attack! Whoa! Now hopefully their options are exhausted and that Piracy Charm will hit. There it goes. I couldn't kick vines, right? Get rid of this while we can, unless they've... I wish that was a counter, not just end of turn. All right. For best thing they could do, maybe a vines. They come over for 9. Well, I guess if they had vines now, they would need extra with that, wouldn't they? Let's kick this down. We'll sit back on that Dispel. Pretend it's something cool. You know, one thing I've never done, you could bring up Snapback in the chat. One of my mods here, I'd really appreciate it. Or anybody, I think, can do it. I've never built a version of Blue Blitz with all 4 of those mains, so you have 12 bounce spells. So inevitably, you always have something you're not using in a deck this fast. It might really put it over the top, or it might really suck. All right, let's go find the bounce spell. Keeping in mind, we got him at 5 life with this scenario. I'll say bottom. I'll say top. I'll just play this guy, and we'll attack this time. Most of their tricks are instants, so I'm not feeling too naked here. We still have a blocker. Probably got him dead next turn, especially if Delver flips. He's in that mode now where if it doesn't flip, he's going to have to do it. Snap! Now, I'm playing Snap Nocturnal. It's, well, depends what he's got here. What has he got? Whatever it is, it has to be an instant. It gets us to respectable death totals. I think it's Snap Back. Ooh, Blighted Agent shows up. Well, we're almost dead next turn. We still might be. Woo! Nope, we win. We'll just do this to this. This turns that on to 5. We attack. Still multitasking. Oh, thank you for being Johnny on the spot with that. Alright. So it looks like we're going to beat Infector. This is that pause Magic Online does whenever your opponent runs away. So we have beaten Stompy, Ramp, and Infect, and we lost to Burn, but we got a real bad mulligan. We're going to cut to Carl Weathers' training montage here. It does advertise Arena, but hey, I'm a student of the game, and anything that brings people to Magic is good with me. So we'll be back for the last game, or maybe 2 more.
I've got 5 attackers, you got no blockers, and you're dead. You need to train.
I don't need to train.
Maybe not. But you do need a training montage. To win in the arena, you have to be the arena.
Okay.
You must sharpen your skills. Here, eat this.
That's a cauliflower.
It's a superfood. All right, come on, pump them, keep those knees going. Oh, you punch like a beetle. Now that we've covered spells, let's talk about flying.
I'm doing it!
Rise and shine. It's magic time. Fire! And fire!
Done.
Sophia, don't you quit on me. Welcome to the challenge.
Rise and shine. It's magic time.
Yeah! Up that hill! Move those zombies!
Yes!
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Thank you.
Don't thank me, Sophia. The magic was inside you all along.
It's the liquor of ages, the tonic of conquerors. Find your spark. Gin and tonic, making men into giants since 1857.
And we're back. Right, you're playing at least one more. Let's see what we can do here. Trying to bring up the preview paint. Oh, never mind. And they both come up. Ah, never mind. Okay. Boy, no guesses to the Pictionary? Man, you guys are lame. Thought I'd get a few guesses in the chat. We got 2 creatures. Got a Preordain. We're on the draw. Because of that, I'm going to keep this weird hand. We're probably going to find a land. If we don't, we're going to be in trouble. Man, chat sure got quiet. Alrighty. Ooh, Affinity. I've got some snap. We know Galvanic Blast is in their hand because they're playing Affinity. Yep. Oksakwa24. I don't mean to bitch in the chat. I just like to get a little interactivity going with, especially with those little quiz show things. Usually the chat kind of lights up and people have their guesses. I suck at those, says Nocturnal32. How could you? You have a lifetime of it. All right, I'm going to brainstorm now. Be nice and impatient. I'll throw this on top. I'm not going to be doing this counterspell anytime soon. We'll do that. Bring out the Spellfist. I got Snap back up. If I can drop the Clout on that. Yeah. I know I've been winning quite a bit today, but definitely can feel this list isn't optimized quite yet. I didn't know Magic had a magpie. Yes. I got paralyzed only. Only if you write it in chat. Here we are. Let's see what we're up against. Is this like a weird Koldatha rebirth, or is it affinity fizzing? Good. We need them too with this hand. We're not doing the greatest on this one either. Okay, we're going to drop this. We'll drop the Spellfist. Our opponent will probably give a big sigh of relief knowing he's not running into Spellstutter sprites. Yeah, that Clout gave things... Wow. Alright, people getting a little loosey-goosey with their keeps here. On that way too, Nocturnal. Alrighty, let's... I'm just going to go for amplification here. We're just going to attack. Whoop, whoop. We're going to get down to Murin Forza. It's our little YouTube channel there. If you're ever bored, stuck at work, got nothing to do, boss got you down, go check out our YouTube page. Click on videos, and you can just see all of our playlists and spend quite a few hours divulging in lots of my edits. They're there for your pleasure. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got lots of bounce. Let's go find some goods here. Maybe some lands, right? Always yield. See what we're going to get. We like both of these, actually. I'll say we've already got 2 snags and a snap. I'll say bottom and top. We'll put this here. We'll sit back on this, and I'll throw the Clout on this, just so it'll live. Plus, we get to hit for 7 this turn. Booyah! And it can't be blocked. That's why I don't run mutagenics in this list, because of the Clout. Sometimes that's your only creature, if you're wondering. There's been versions of this list with that, and it's pretty darn good. Bad deck to keep a 1-lander against. Yeah, as you've seen in most of these games, it goes pretty fast. The only deck that really outsped us was Burn, and we double mulligan that one game. In the first game, I think we had him at 2 or 1 maybe. It was really, really close. We needed any spell, and we drew a creature, and so... Wah, wah. All right. Wow, I got some goods here. Gosh. You know, we could try to snag our own dude and then counter it, but that's a little wanton, isn't it? I'll just drop a Geist and keep the pressure on. And we'll definitely be able to turn on our snags and stuff in a turn and go for the throat next turn. What deck are you playing? Mono blue tempo? I would call this Blue Blitz. It's a pretty darn fast black deck. Best creature in it actually is the 3/1 Shadow Dude. Yeah, it's pretty good. We're 3-1 at the moment. We beat Stumpy, Ramp, and Infect, and we lost to Burn. The Burn has a little bit of an asterisk. I mean, we did lose, but we did double mulligan. Game 1 was awfully close. But we've got him dead here. I'll just Vapor Snag. That's going to make that 7, 8, 9. We got lethal right there. You're too late, Infinity. I've got your number. Better be careful. They might run us over next game. Helps that they had a little bit of a slow start with their mana hiccuping off that first Chromatic Sphere. Alrighty, let's not show much more of our deck. We'll just get rid of the thing that hurts the worst. Boink. Now he can't block anything. They go down to 8 life. And we've got them dead. Alright. There's 5, 6, 7. Oh, let's do one more. Boop. So it's like, is it Blitz in Modern? I didn't know Is It Blitz was a thing in Modern. I know it's a thing in Pauper, which I'm surprised isn't seen much more, but it shows you the power of the sideboards. And now with Red Elemental Blast, Blue Elemental Blast, Hydroblast, Pyroblast, everything is just blast, blast, blast. And if you base your whole deck on black or red and blue, and it's an aggro kind of a goldfish strategy, I can kind of see why we don't see much of it. Affinity showing up. All right, this is just enchantments, right? Oh, yeah, so we don't need that. But we do want Annuls. That might be kind of cool. Counter an artifact or enchantment spell. I don't know. You know what? I'm not even going to play Annuls. I'll get rid of the Geist. One of these. I'm going to bring in a lot of Hydroblasts. Everything we're worried about is red. Piracy Charms aren't going to do too much. So we're going to get rid of both of those. We've got a 14 creature count. We've got Clout for defense on our dudes. We've got quite a bit of bounce going along here. We really like when this guy shows up. He comes out, turn, what is that, 4. And usually is like a 4/2 with shadow and can't be targeted because of our little Clout card and stuff. So that's always good times. You know, Echoing Truth might be pretty good against... They tend to have a lot of redundancy in their lists, so let's... What to lose, what to lose, what to lose. I'll try another Brainstorm. Let's just see how we like it. So who's got the most Pauper points? I want to anticipate. I'm sure it's going to be the day that I forget to bring my lighter into the studio. That'll suck. Well, there's a crappy hand. Our friend heard us, and he showed up, but he didn't bring any of his friends to the lands with him. We're going to mulligan this. That's a no-brainer. Sometimes those kind of mulligans are so obvious, it's almost refreshing. Well, we can dig. We've got defense, we've got protection, and we've got bounce. So we'll say keep, and we'll get rid of the bounce that we don't really need quite yet. We'll go like this. 1.9k. I've been spending them. Oh, okay. That's cool. Boy, those add up quick. I'm glad y'all spending them. Ooh. Asakawa. Asakawa 24. I think I said that right. Okay. Go. Great Furnace showing up. Flare Husk out. And away we go. Ready? That'd be the ultimate torture. Somebody forces me to like use a... Are there white Sharpies? I don't know, but use a white Sharpie on a black bordered card. That'd be something else. All right. Preordaining. We don't find anything we want. Bottom. That's why blue's so good. Because it can keep you in games when you have no business or your deck doesn't want you to win them. So we're technically on turn 3 thanks to Preordain, but all we've got is a bunch of bounce. All right. You can wipe borders with an eraser. You have to take like a razor blade to it and take off the black ink. It's probably just brown underneath there since it's cardboard, right? Well, we followed their bad draw with our bad draw. Yuck. Yuck. I want to do this now. Prevent damage, stop tempo. Maybe they're stuck at 2 lands and we're going to make them use another turn. We'll just take 1 as we look for our land here. We've got quite a bit of bounce to go through here. Darn it. I was hoping it was going to cost him at least 1 mana. But we saved 2 life. Well, we know what we're doing next turn if we don't draw land. It's kapow time for the Atog. And an island. Thank you. Let's burn some turns here. We'll snap. Maybe. Nope. All right, drum roll. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If they've got the fling, they've already got us. I know Nocturnal's a really good affinity player. He went to the Pauper Pro Tour with me and got in, I think it was the top 15, didn't you, buddy? With your just Rakdos affinity list. Goonie Love. Very cool stuff. Ever I play it, a Tog always hides from fling and such. Or Tamir Battle Rage. Definitely my kind of deck, but man, jinxed. So yeah, Spell Slam and I've been working on a Does he got us to, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, almost. 21st. This is Nocturnal. I had to take an auto loss for my lands not being correct in round 1. And then I went undefeated and almost caught you. I think I was in the later 20s. That was pretty awesome. Definitely think we're going to a game 3 here. Better write down we won the first one. So it looks like we're going to get squished here. This is always interesting math country for a tog, right? It's like, what do you do here? What do you do, copper? You really need to snap. Our neighbor's like building cabinets outside. I hope you guys can't hear that. I got all the windows shut, but they got like a bandsaw and everything. It sounds like a swarm of angry bees. All right. I think we're dead to the head. Let's get an island, please. Thank you. Thank you for listening, Deck. That's so nice of you. I just want to kill that, I think. Let's make him use up his mana. We'll play this. Too low of a life to really play it and drop Clout on it, because then his Tog's just going to go Nova. So I'll play around with Vapor Snag, have Hydroblast back up, and then play Pretend after that. Eckhart, how many subs do you have so far? I'm not sure. As far as on YouTube, we're almost at 4,000. But Twitch, I don't know. It's quite a few, but they have followers and then subs, and it gets kind of wishy-washy. So I tend to just try to keep doing good content and hope the locals come. Oh, that's right. Yeah, a little fight. That I looked into that, like I told you in that email. I couldn't do it. So if you feel obliged this weekend, I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, and thank you, Eckhart. I didn't see the sub till just now. Very nice. Yeah, we had a push to affiliate stream. That was a lot of fun, but alrighty. Let's I'm gonna block that mite. Boop. Maybe we could draw some direct damage if we use the Clout. That'll at least tell us if he's got something of that ilk, right? Do I snag it again? You know, if I put the Clout... this is frustrating. If I put the Clout on that, I could block the Frogmite, take one, and then counter the Atog with the Snag. That's kind of a nice little line. But he's not going to attack into the Clout if I do that. Gotta try to win aggro here. Let me suspend this. I guess I can always block the Atog if my plan goes sideways and he has a Hydroblast. So the plan here is to block the Frogmite with the Spellfist and then zap the Atog. Probably Vapor Snag it. It's Sean's B-Day tomorrow. I'll try to do two, though. Oh, thank you, sir. Maybe after the stream or something might be a better time. I don't know. Might be getting late there, buddy. But or Sunday or anytime. I just was pulling my hair out. I know I don't have any, but trying to... got to do this after the blockers are declared. Trying to figure out where that was. Because I saw the screen you sent me and I just didn't have anything else. I was like, what in the hell is this? All right. Turn him sideways. Come on over. He might just have me dead here. I got to respect Fling too. I'm trying to win here, so I'm going to do what my line of attack is. I mean, if he's got Fling, he just does it in response to this and we're dead. But all right. Does he got it? We'll see. If he doesn't, we kill his Atog and the Frogmite. Cool. The evil is gone from here. We'll block here. We really want that Clout to land on our Shadow dude, because realistically this Spellfist is going to have to do some dirty work. You can text me when you're online, and you can walk me through it, and that way we don't run into any shenanigans of logging in incorrectly and such. Never been a fan of Gearseeker Serpent in Affinity. I really like Clark Kent's Shaman main. That's a pretty sweet card. Catches people off. All right. Oh, this is very, very wishy-washy. I don't think we're winning this one. I do that. That will be 4 to 2. No, that's still not going to do it. I don't think we can win here. Let's pull a Clout here. Take 5 to the face. I'm just going to try to be aggro here and see how close we can get, because outside of top deck, going to snap into a counterspell. Our Shadow dude's going to come online next turn. I'm just trying to make him burn his gears here. So we get in for 4, maybe. They're probably just holding the Galvanic Blast. Just going to end it real quick. I'll just pretend that that's a Dispel. All right, here we go. Viewer count getting up. Blue Blitz. We'll get him to single digits, but we'll probably be dead. Any Blast kills us here. Fling kills us here. Tamir Battle Rage kills us here. Get the drift. Quite a few things. I miss the 3-2 drone in the Affinity old days. So that being said, kids, if you happen to see us log on the stream, because we forget to turn off notifications, just be doing some maintenance on Sunday. Illegal in Pauper. It was funny when we had the everything allowed tournament about a year back. Everybody was jumping on that, and it's shocking how slow it was in a format where there's everything else is allowed. It was pretty remarkable. All right, I just don't think we can possibly win here. We would need like Contract from Below and a Swamp. Get my drift. Only problem with this Infiltrator, he's not very good at blocking. I guess maybe if they have Shadow. This is when our deck hands us an island. All right, well, we got a blocker. We got 2 blockers. But we need more than that. So we're going to game 3. Close one. We were really mana screwed early on. Seems to be mana was an issue on our only loss before, so maybe 18 is the right number for this. Who knows? Okay. Stormbound Geist, I like you. Hydroblast, I like you. All of these cards are good. All of them are good. I'd take a big chance. I'll lose a Brainstorm and bring in a guy. No, that's wrong. Let's try 1-0. Maybe we'll catch a Mur out of control. Don't get me wrong, it's a backbreaker, but when all of them are allowed and invigorate, empty the warrens, all that good stuff, temporal fissure, ooh, it becomes the Wild West. I kind of like this hand. Affinity is like a turn 4 deck. We'll be online with this dude and some backup plans. We'll keep it, see what goes on. Here we go. Do you plan to play the no ban list Pauper tournament tomorrow? When was it? You're pulling my leg. How did I not know about that, Joker? I mean, that's I know the Pauper Masters qualifiers tomorrow, but I didn't hear anything about a no ban list Pauper tournament because I love that format. Send an email, pauperganda@gmail.com, ASAP if you can, if that's real. I'm excited now. Maybe I'll back out of the other one and play that. Shocking. Try to be kind of the hub of things and advertise for people and stuff, and I don't know about it. I'd be happy to announce that, but I'll wait to see if it's a typo or not. Okay. I'm going to drop the core and hope for some more. Boop-doop. Suspend. Now we really want to see our Clout show up so we can stay away from Galvanic Blasts. But it won't protect him from Clark Kent Shaman. Maybe you could go up to some... Could be, yeah. If I'm going to play a land, I want it to be a basic. Okay, maybe they're on the counter magic spell plan here. I think Island would be so nice here. Well, that's cool too. Let's keep up a little bit of this. I'm probably likely to flip that over. What do we have here? Is he trying to play counter magic? Good old Clark Kent Shaman. Got to get some glasses on him, show him in a phone booth changing his clothes, right? Yeah, I'll show you what that's all about. Get out of here. Keeping our creature. We're the counter deck, darn it. Teokieri, you can't drop something like that and then not say anything for 2 minutes. Come on now. Well, luck with white bordered lands. You jerk. How dare you? I think I'll burn one just to burn one. Stress reliever. The heart doc told me to do so. Frogmite in the house. Some pressure showing up. I'm surprised this doesn't happen to Affinity List more often. I know they've got quite a few stars and spheres and such, but man, they run greedy mana. The Guma Noob is organizing. It's not tomorrow. It's going to be on Sunday. Then, yes, I will play that. I think I've played in 2. I won one, and I got second in the other one. I tend to run really hot on those. All right. Come on, flip, baby. Flip. Flip. Damn it. No. Okay. We don't have any bounce? What is going on here? I was looking for the tournament banner. If you can, when you do find it, Teokieri, if you want to share it in chat, but please send it to me at pauperganda@gmail.com because I will do that for sure. Even if there's no prize support. I just love that format. Alrighty. Well, this guy's just full of counterspells, isn't he? Busting that out for that. I'm going to keep our Hydroblast here, and I'm just going to counterspell this. This guy's playing a very blue affinity list. Blue creatures, 2 counterspells. And we come over for 3. Yeah, that'll be kind of cool. I'll have a Saturday-Sunday tournament. I did compete in last Sunday's challenge for the first time in a while. Tried out my white infect, and I got something like 34th. Started strong, got up to like 14th place, and then just plop. 20 Tix's prize. Very nice. Respectable even. Come on, give us a land, give us a land, give us a land. All the mana's online. Oh, send it to one of our mods, Litophyte, Shirazaman. I know him. Chimsky's a mod now, but I don't think he's here. It's bedtime for him. I think the same goes true with Toothmaker. Yikes. This turned into a race really quick. Where's our Echoing Truth? Not that it'll buy us more than a turn, but that might be all we need if we can get these to go. Come on, Delver, flip. Thank you, Teokieri. Appreciate it. You might just be blocking with these Delvers. Yes. I think that might be the plan. Block with the Delver as we take that. We definitely don't have time for that to go down. First things first, we're going to attack. We've got 2 turns. We can get him to 6. Delver is going to kind of have to flip, isn't it? Where is all our bounce? I haven't seen any of our bounce. This is a scenario when I would really like that snapback card. It's in really tight games. We're not able to use all our spells anyway. Well, in order to win, I'm going to need a bit of help with tempo. And that's going to have to flip. I guess I could just block if it doesn't flip. What we got here? Problem with this kind of list, though, is that things like Pyroblast, which they've already used one of, kill every one of our permanents. Ooh, look at this. Okay, well, that kind of blows. Let's dispel that. I'll save this for a Tog and such. It's getting close, folks. It's a nail biter. Opponent's got 1 mana left. We have potentially 9 damage. That Gear Seeker's kind of putting it over the top, though. Take 8. I got a double block. Big stuff next turn. Depends on what we show. Brainstorm. Yeah, we want to show that. Okay. Alrighty. What can we do here? I can't do much. Let's go find a Vapor Snag, maybe? Oh, Spellfist. You jerk. Well, we could throw that on top. We don't want that. We don't want that. We do want this. 3, 6, 9. We got him at 10. Oh man. Yeah, that makes that a 4, 7, 10. Unfortunately, instead of that, we're just going to have to let something die. Yeah, I got to just play this and keep a Delver back. So we block these and we take 6, and we just hope that they don't have another Galvanic Blast, which they usually do. But it's making for a nail-biting round. Alright. In we go. Coming over for 6. If that. Anything red kills us here. Pyroblast, Galvanic Blast. We just don't want them to draw anything that says Blast. Draw dead, draw dead. Come on. Come on. Draw dead, draw dead. No, it's red. That's always bad. Oh, and we're dead. So we're going to take 10 just from the other ones. Boop. So we lost a Burn and Affinity. We beat Infect, Ramp, and Stompy. 3-2 on the day. Really close to a 4-1, but... bummer. Man, that was... We were within 1. Frustration. Oh well, we'll take something out. Rage Block! They can draw Fire Blast if they want to. Well, I can draw Force of Will if I want to. Doesn't mean I can play it. All right. Good games there. All right, guys. Well, hey, I got a busy weekend ahead of me. We got Pauper Masters tomorrow. I'll go over the deck list here. Don't go anywhere, please. We've got, and then on Sunday, from the sounds of it, I got a no rules Pauper tournament, which is always just a ton of fun. And I've got quite the go-to deck that I go to with that. And last time I did it, I didn't play one of my very, very favorite cards, and I think I lost because of it. But so tomorrow I might play this. I might play, I don't know, hundreds of things I might play. That's what I got to do the rest of the night. Wake up early and hope for the best. But yeah, anyway, so hopefully I can see some of y'all in the competitions, whether it's the Pauper Masters Qualifier tomorrow morning or on Sunday. Thanks to Teokieri for all the info on the No Holds Barred Wild West Nothing's Banned Pauper Tournament. I got to get in contact with whoever did that, or they should get in contact with me. Or, you know, I'm always about helping promote things for free and just doing it because. So anyway, they can draw up. All right. So anyway, guys, I'm going to roll to one or two things here. Hey, Pauper guys, just finished work a while ago, resting in the park before driving home, and I got to catch a match. Thanks. Oh, low range sushi. That's awesome to hear, and thank you for that. Yeah, it's a rare Friday show because I got double tournaments Saturday and Sunday, and they conflict with the show. So I figured I'd give you guys a surprise Friday show. Not much of a surprise if you follow us on YouTube, on the community stream, or on our Facebook page. I try to keep everybody abreast of what's going down. So anyway, we're going to roll to a few things here, but we'll see you next Saturday, same time as always, moving forward until I go on vacation or something like that. And we'll see you all do that stuff. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. All right, guys. Adios. See you next week.
Magic of Yavamaya, now in your kitchen. Mutani spaghetti. The only noodles whose power and tastiness are equal only to their legendary ingredients. Our pasta is made from only the finest weather seed, imported from Dominaria straight to your dinner table. Enjoy Mutani spaghetti. Combine it with our signature Raffaello's cheeses and finish it off with a glass of sweet Rashidan. Mutani's. The magic of Yavamaya in every bite.
Available at Moros's Market.